What is going on, guys? Spiteful's back again. And as you can see here, we are in Soldex's DMs right now, bro. We begging for the scraps, you know what I'm saying? Alright, as you can see here, 43 megabytes. It's currently like 2:55 a.m. So the news is not going to be out for another 5 minutes, but I'm excited. Alright, so I did pull up the Reddit for Soldex, and here we go. Thanks a ton. Cannot even express how I feel about seeing this. It's impossible to put that into words. Thanks again to all of you. Also, kudos to Anime Fan, Nobody Scars, and Riddler for analysis posts. Yeah, but shout out to these guys. These guys actually help a ton. I completely forgot about Riddler because I get most of my information from Soldex. But yeah, no, Riddler is actually really huge. Not only just as a data miner, but just a big, huge part of not only our community, but like an enormous part of the Reddit community. So yeah, so boom. No news yet, bro. Soldex, come through. Yeah, shout out to Cool, man. Cool. It was Cool's idea. Like it was mainly Cool's idea for the whole International Soldex Day, and I think that that's something that we should definitely celebrate. I don't think that Soldex is anywhere near appreciated enough. And yeah, and also a huge shout out to the hashtag BBS Arabic community that was posting like crazy. I'm actually really disappointed that KLab has still not addressed it, even though their entire live chat was blowing up with the hashtag. It was actually quite insane. I tried to snipe into the global lobby with this, but I'm like they gotta acknowledge that, right? Yeah. I apologize for the stuttering. I'm way too excited. Look at that. Yo, I'm actually stuttering like crazy. When it comes to Ichigo, I am a slut. I had half the mind of pulling a hashtag me too, trying to get this character canceled, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I was gonna do some false claim. I was like, yo, he touched me in my private parts. I was not comfortable. He drugged me. I was 12 years old. You know what I'm saying? I was not above the age of consent. But it's Ichigo, and I don't care, man. If he has to touch, if he touches me, I'm 12 years old. Yo, Ichigo, you good, bro? But oh my god, bro. It's 2:57. Still no news from Soldex. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Now, there were a couple hiccups, so I did clarify with Soldex to try to get a little bit more information. Let's just get right into it. Stats and skills of these characters. I will be clarifying the errors that happen. It's really not that big a deal. Going into it, Byakuya Kuchiki 5th anniversary version, we do have stats and skills. As you can see here, strong attack recharge minus 14%, so he will be an enhanced strong attack recharge link for speed. Again, going into his affiliation, as you can see here, he will be a Soul Reaper captain, and his killer is actually going to be Soul Reaper and Hollow. That is actually really good because he is a ranged character. Now, I did already look at this stuff because I wanted to bring it up to Soldex so that he could fix the post, and then there were more questions that I asked. I told him, don't worry about fixing the post, like, just concentrate on getting the information, and we'll pretty much be good. Switch to a new version, found a bug, thanks. You bet, baby. Love Soldex, man. Shout out to the homie, as always. Okay, so Soul Reaper Hollow Killer, really, really good. He is a range character, which is excellent because not only is he speed, but since he is a range Hollow Killer and range Soul Reaper Killer, in my opinion, ranged Hollow Killer is definitely in desperate need of more OP units. There are a lot of great units, but you have to pull them and then you have to transcend them. It's kind of an issue, right? So going into it, as you can see here, 819 spiritual pressure. Absolutely massive amount of spiritual pressure. Focus 359, above average. Everything here is actually above average. 1100 stamina is kind of standard, but besides that, 649 attack is way higher than the 640 average, and 819 spiritual pressure is significantly higher than the 798 average that most characters have. Like, as you can see here, Katniss Catnip actually has 798, and I brought her up specifically for something later. Okay, so going into the actual skills of the character, he has 8 skills. Sprinter, the enhanced strong attack recharge link, Bruiser of 40%, which is really good, Berserker of 40%, which is insane, Havoc 20%, and Frenzy bombardment, which means he's gonna be an absolute beast when it comes to guild quest. He's gonna be an absolute beast when it comes to epic raids. It's gonna be an absolute beast when it comes to just regular PvE co-op, just in general. Like, he's actually gonna be absolutely nasty. We haven't had this is actually the first frenzy bombardment unit that we've ever gotten, and I'm not joking. Like, if I go here, like, excuse me, he's the first frenzy unit with bombardment. He's the first unit with frenzy and bombardment that is not absolute crap. I should have clarified, excuse me. Alright, so going into it, as you can see here, frenzy and bombardment, let's be real here, no one's using Ishin, Nell, Byakuya, Sajin, Chad, Rukia, Byakuya, and Okiura. So this is actually relatively new, which is good. Alright, that is insane because the last boss of Guild Quest is also going to be a power unit, which means he's gonna dominate in two different Guild Quests. So honestly, going for Byakuya, not a bad idea. Alright, going into the actual attacks, honestly, this character, in my opinion, I don't think he falls short, but he's definitely quite interesting. He doesn't have any status elements, hence why he has Berserker 40%, so one thing to note is they are not deviating from that, that pattern. If you have Berserker 40%, you have no status ailments. If you have Berserker 20%, you probably have a couple status ailments. I brought up Candace for that particular reason. If you go into her soul tree, Berserker 20% because she has paralysis on all of her attacks. If I go into a character like, Ichigo. Oh, right, I have to click this. Now, if I go into this Ichigo, you will notice that he does have a Bruiser and a Berserker of 40%, and he has no status elements, even though he has the transformation mechanic. No status elements equals 40% Berserker, usually. Okay, now going into it, his first normal attack damage string is the same range collision crap that you're used to getting. Makoto, Sanosuke, Toshiro, Bambietta, literally just okay, nothing special. Literally nothing special. Strong Attack 1, unfortunately, is the range collision first strong attack that is akin to Halloween version Gin. For those that don't know, Manga Aizen. Yeah, that's the first strong attack that they gave him. Unfortunately, if they gave him a beam, I think that he would actually be really broken. Going into his second strong attack, 630 radius into 960. Now this is an AoE 630. Okay, let me just clarify, and then I go into the specifics. 630 AoE, probably, most likely, around himself that will drag the enemies into the vortex in an AoE distant vortex that actually has 50 hits. That's really good. The radius is 960 because of the Havoc 20%, and the magnifications are actually really high. Now keep in mind 630 is significantly lower than the average 575. Now 575 times 1.2 for the Havoc 20% would normally be 690. Now this is the radius of a boost unit or barrier unit or heal unit that has a damage dealing second strong attack that has Havoc 20%. So this is actually lower than that. So be careful when you're using the strong attack. Make sure that you are in position to properly kill the enemies. Don't mind the cooldown. The cooldown time is 16 seconds. I've confirmed it with Soldex already. It's just a little hiccup during the, what do you call it? Now, oh my god. Oh my god. Now Sharpshooter is the new skill that Byakuya got. I wanted to wait for confirmation, and we finally got confirmation. Soldex has literally just messaged me. Sharpshooter is penetrate ranged guard, meaning that you can actually take this Byakuya in both melee and range guild quests. Oh my god. That's crazy. That's nuts. I immediately regret doing my Kirinji now. No, instant regret, because he's also a Soul Reaper killer. Oh well. Anyways, yeah, so screw everything I just said about taking him into like Hollow Killer and Soul Reaper Killer for range. Take him everywhere. And anything with Soul Reapers and anything with Hollows. Bro, that bypasses extreme co-op. That's insane. I see why they shafted him on that first strong attack. I ain't even gonna lie. He deserves that shaft. Okay. Third strong attack, as you can see here, is going to be fan into circle, AoE into AoE distant. What that means is he's going to do a standard full screen third strong attack around himself, and it's going to pull the enemies into an AoE into a vortex. So he actually has 2 vortexes on him, both of them being AoEs around himself into pushing it forward. Now if I pull up, let me see, who do I pull up? Gameplay new. If I pull up Izuru, yeah, Izuru. I actually have all these things on a stick because I feel like.
Sayonara.
Alright, so this is gonna be the 3rd strong attack. So you see that it's like an AoE. Let's lower that. I actually don't like Caleb's music anymore for their little gameplay. So it's gonna be an AoE into like a vortex style attack. Actually, interesting. Is it the vortex into an explosion? It seems like yeah, never mind. It looks like a vortex into an explosion. Okay, so that's interesting. So if it's the vortex which leads into an explosion, that seems like it could be really strong. Do I have Shuhei in here? Apologies for being unprepared when it comes to this. I just want to make 100% sure that this is right. Cause like Shuhei. 19 Shuhei. Cause I remember Shuhei is. Yeah. Interesting. Attack. Strong attack 3, 1000 into 675. Yeah, okay. So this is how it goes. It is a vortex style attack at 810 in front of you, and then it will explode into a 1200 radius blast. Now this is kind of hit or miss because you will be locked down into your vortex. I'm not quite sure if you can animation cancel while getting the damage from the 1200 radius, and the cooldown is 24 seconds, like I said, already confirmed, and he does penetrate guard. But you know what? I think that this character was specifically made for Guild Quest. Like 100% specifically made for Guild Quest besides this first strong attack. If this first strong attack was the same as Apache's, he would be busted. Second strong attack is the AoE around himself, which turns into... Wait. I feel like this is wrong. Okay, so it looks like this is going to be a plant vortex which explodes at the end. Which I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case, and if that's the case, this is going to be incredibly strong, especially because you can nuke the first like 4 bosses with bombardment, and then you just plant the vortex for 50 hits while your entire team is knocking them out. It eventually explodes, and then you can do your third strong attack, which is a vortex into a massive blast. You're probably going to clear Guild Quest in like 10-12 seconds. I'm not even joking. With spiritual, if you level up the SP, give him cups, bro. SP level 10 with attention tie, fortification pill, hollow bait. You probably won't take damage. Go full stamina damage boost. Probably kill in 10-12 seconds. I'm not even joking. You kill both hollow. You kill hollow and soul reapers. That's stupid. Okay. I have not seen Ichigo's besides the Marauder skill, but if Ichigo's anything like this Byakuya for Guild Quest, that's actually going to be insane. Okay, so power, strong attack, recharge character, Soul Reaper, obviously, Hollow and a Rancor killer. Oh, he didn't get y'all didn't give my man Soul Reaper killer, bro. Okay, so he is power, which means that he's not going to fall into conflict with the final boss. And did you get bombardment too, bro? No, you didn't. Okay, I was getting excited. I do go lie. Okay. What the fuck? What the fuck? I'll be right back. I gotta go jerk off real quick. I'm like legitimately confused. What stat?
What?
And you got weaken?
What the fuck?
And you got weaken? Wait, hold on, did you get weaken on everything? Damn, mamacita. Ven acá. Holy hell, bro. Holy crap. What the? Yo, dude, I thought Byakuya was gonna be nuts. Like, this is stupid. This is legit stupid. 823 spiritual pressure, 646 attack, already above average stats. Already above average stats, above average defense, above average above average focus, or is that average focus? I'm not 100% sure. Sprinter +2, which means that you're going to be able to flash step away whenever you want. A bruiser of 20%, which is nice. Havoc 20%, which is really, really nice. Berserker 60% with weaken. Berserker 60% with weaken and frenzy. What the literal? What are you on drugs? They gave him the debilitator 5 seconds. They gave him the devastation 40%. They gave him Marauder, which Marauder, what that does is it penetrates melee guard. So any Hollow or Rankar content, you're good for power if you can use a power unit. Because obviously extreme co-op, you know. But like, you're gonna want to use these characters for extreme co-op whenever you get the opportunity. These characters are insane. And then that's just nuts, bro. So Sprinter +2, Bruiser +20%, Havoc +20%, Berserker 60%, Frenzy, Devastation 40%. That's insane, bro. That's actually literally nuts. So he has a standard full screen. I mean, yo, dude, I like how I'm so crazy right now. I'm literally losing my mind. Yo, Ichigo is daddy, bro. I'm telling you. All right, normal attack damage string, normal, standard, nad. Strong attack 1 is going to be weaken, mags, collision, melee. No radius on it. All right. And we are back, and what's funny is, like, I completely forgot that he has the similarities right here, so I'm like, oh, I actually don't necessarily need the radius, so that's fine. Okay, so going into the Strong Attack 1, as you can see here, it is the same first Strong Attack as Nemu and Candace Catnip. Standard Lunge with the, what is it called? With Havoc 20%, I want to see exactly what the attack is going to be. Yeah, so 570 radius with Havoc 20%. That's actually really, really, really good. Second strong attack is going to be the same as Nemu, which is the 960 AoE, which is really, really good. This is probably one of the best second strong attacks, or at least the ones that this is the one I like the most, personally. And the third strong attack, which is probably the, in my opinion, quote-unquote weakest part of him, because he doesn't have the crazy 975 AoE that I personally love. However, he has something innately nasty when it comes to his third strong attack, and it is the same as Rukia, which means that he not only will be able to weaken with his third strong attack, but he'll be able to nuke very, very well. As you can see here, Rukia actually has a 700 radius into 900 radius. With a 120 to 240 magnification, you're going to be hitting more damage than your special. As you can see here, the special move is 150%. If you charge up your third strong attack, it's going to hit a 240% magnification. And honestly, since Ichigo has a berserker of 60%, he not only is going to be hitting more damage than his ultimate, since his ultimate is devastation 40%, but he's going to be hitting significantly harder. If we go into the magnifications, going into that 240 times 1.6 is like 384. 384. Apologies, guys. I don't know how to write with a mouse. As opposed to a 150 times 1.4, 210. So 210. The only difference is you have to take into account that weaken is going to apply after the first hit, which means that you're going to be dealing a little more, well, you're going to be dealing significantly more than just 210, just because you're guaranteed to proc weaken. That being said, your third strong attack is stupid. Yo, I'm going crazy. Oh, he added the radius as well while I updated the thingy. Okay. Did he update the radius on everything? Oh, no, just the third one. So 840 into 1080. 1080 is good because that is beyond full screen. Not much, but just enough. And one thing to note is, since it's an AoE distant, this 1080 is in front of you, which is godlike, because that means that you don't have to run in between the enemies and hope that you don't get staggered as you end your flash step. Now, for those that use a charge character, run in the middle and just don't let go of the third strong attack, or you stagger a little bit after the end of your flash step where you end up getting hit, this is gonna mean that you just have to stand with the enemies in front of you. You don't have to go in the middle of them, which is good because it doesn't put you in danger. And then that means you can build up your combo safely. You have crazy AoE, and then mags 150%. As you can see here, is just standard, bro. This Ichigo is best character in the game. I ain't even gonna lie. This is like borderline best character in the game. The only thing he needed was a link slot potion for power units again, which I get that we have like Ruruka, but let's be real here. Nobody wants to use Ruruka in IZ. We only use her because of the link slot potion skill. That's the only reason we use her. This is nice. Now I wish that Byakuya got like the low link slot potion skill or something like that as like the last one, but then again, I feel like that would be so toxic. Either way, so anyways, this Ichigo seems like he's gonna be insanely busted. I mean, they both look like they're gonna be insanely busted. If I go here, pull over, guys, this is really strong. Byakuya is gonna be insane for when it comes to guild quests and just standard PvE content. And Ichigo is going to be insane as well with his Bruiser of 20%, Havoc 20%, Berserker of 60% along with Frenzy, and Weaken. I was literally just talking about how they didn't deviate, and they deviated. Normally, I would say that this... It's so weird, bro. Because every single character has been outdated. This crazy setup that this Ichigo has could potentially start showing up more often. And that's, I'm not joking, this could potentially start happening. For, like, if you take a look at MUGETSU. If you take a look at MUGETSU, he was crazy as soon as he released. Like, he was absolutely insane, right? And he was given Devastation 40%, Sprinter +2, Frenzy, Freeze Duration, Good Kit, Bruiser 20%, Heal Link, like, pretty much innately, and then he has Hollow and No Affiliation Killer. This Ichigo was given good killers, as opposed to the No Affiliation Killer. And then on top of that, he was given crazy amounts of like Berserker 60%, a new skill that like bypasses guard, well, bypasses ranged or melee guard. Him in particular is melee guard, right? Obviously Byakuya's is bypasses range guard, Ichigo's is bypasses melee guard. These characters are must summons, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. These characters are absolutely meta defining. I don't know if K-Lab's going to release something absolutely crazy later on in the year, and I don't like telling people to summon, but this is probably going to be the banner that I mainly summon on because Ichigo is daddy. That's it. Ichigo's daddy. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. Stay blessed, y'all. See y'all in the next one. Peace. I'm down to 0 for another Ichigo. If I don't get this Ichigo this time, bro, because I got shafted for Mind Ichigo, bro. I still don't have that Mind Ichigo. I hope he's in this banner. Damn.